So you clicked on this video because you are sick and tired of reading the same self-help books that people have been suggesting for years now. You feel like you have transcended the basic knowledge of these productivity tips or this new habit technique that will get you to implement this thing in the next 2 days. Like, you've transcended this shit. You want something new. You want something that will elevate you to the next level. And I've been feeling the same way, bro. And in this video, we're going to discuss why this happened to you and me, as well as suggest the books that we're supposed to be reading at this level we've reached. So why is this happening? And the answer is pretty simple, is that you have transcended the basic level of self-improvement. When you're getting into the space, you get suggested basic books like Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Atomic Habits, and other type of books that you should read if you want to improve yourself. And those books are good. I'm in no way condemning them. But for a person who's already been in the space and has been reading these types of books for a very long time, you start to get the message and really know the mental frames, the techniques, the habits that you can implement for any specific type of problem you face. Then now you feel like you've hit a cap in terms of your knowledge expansion. You feel like you've just hit this wall, this plateau that you cannot surpass, and the books get to start boring, and thus you start to not like the habit of reading. And the solution to this problem is quite simple. After watching this podcast with Chris Williamson and David Sinera, the host of the Founders Podcast, the answer became more clear to me what books I should be investing in, what books would take me to the next level I'm looking for. So the books that I should invest my time in were revealed to me when David Sinera recited a quote by Elon Musk that went, "History's greatest entrepreneurs read history's greatest entrepreneurs." So what that quote basically means is that history's greatest entrepreneurs, the top level performers, athletes, thought leaders, creatives, all read the same type of books, which were biographies of the people before them, biographies of the best in the fields they wanted to develop in. Because biographies give us an inside look to how the people we look up to thought, spoke, conducted themselves, and how they approached problems in ways a productivity book could never fully explain. Because the problem with self-help books, they're trying to generalize for everyone, that if a kid in Afghanistan were to read this book and a person in a nice first world country would read the book, it would apply to them. But then the book doesn't really help when it comes to tailored specific problems that you and I are facing when it comes to trying to reach the next level that we want to. But then biographies are basically like a detailed account of a person that you probably look up to, who has lived the life that is probably similar to yours and mine. And so in us reading that book, we can find solutions to the problems that we've been looking for. And also these books give a great sense of motivation, because most of these biographies were written because the person had done something great in times where the things they wanted to achieve were thought impossible. That's why people had to study their lives and write down a detailed account of the things that they had to achieve. So a great place to start if you really want to read this biography, if you want to get yourself into these biographical type books, is you could start off with Winning or Relentless by Tim Grover. Those books are very great. You can also get into the book Mamba Mentality by Kobe Bryant. It's also a great overview of how he thought and played and the descriptions of his life in a short little book. Or you can get into biographical books of historical figures like Alexander the Great or Napoleon Bonaparte, because those historical figures are also a great source of motivation, especially Alexander the Great. And another category you can get into to elevate your level of thinking, to push you to the next level, is books on human psychology. Because the human mind is one fascinating thing, and you just getting a glimpse of it or understanding it can put you ahead of any other human being. And the thing with psychological books is that they can help you identify the cognitive biases that society has, the biases that you have as a person, as well as trying to augment your mind in a way that can help you become a better person when it comes to work, relationships, and your mindset, the way you focus on your productivity. The books that I recommend getting into that will help you if you want to get into the whole psychological thing: Body Keeps Score, Misbehaving, Never Split the Difference, and The Hypomanic Age. Those are the books I'd recommend if you want to really like open yourself up to the whole psychological, how the mind works type thing, and not really deep into the psychological literature like books on Carl Jung or Sigmund Freud, where you have to like literally read the book like 2 times just to get what it's saying. And it really just is a fun read when you're like trying to learn about the cognitive biases of society. And with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to live your authentic life. And yeah, guys, Ramaphosa is gonna win.